Hello, I'm Rachel Shubert and I'll be analysing Cherry Ripe's Feeding the Soul Since 1924 campaign. Cadbury, one of Australia's largest confectionery manufacturers and distributors, released one of their first chocolate bars in 1924, the Cherry Ripe. In 2014, the Feeding the Soul Since 1924 campaign was released to celebrate Cherry Ripe's 90th birthday. Nationally, Cadbury is the market leader in confectionery, with their key competitors being Nestle and Mars. Likewise, the Cherry Ripe bar is the top chocolate bar in Australia, with 10% of Australians overall saying they had eaten one. Cherry Ripe's top competitors include Cadbury Dairy Milk 50-gram bar and Mars bar. On the FCB grid, confectionery is considered a self-satisfaction strategy and is a low-involvement filling product where sensory pleasures and social motives are important. Similarly, in reference to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, confectionery fits in the social needs as the consumers may derive some pleasure and love from consuming the product. Regarding the elaboration likelihood model, Cherry Ripe is a low elaboration product that emphasises peripheral cues and repetitive communication. Cherry Ripe positions itself as being the oldest Australian chocolate bar and the only chocolate bar that feeds the soul. This is evident through their slogan, Feeding the Soul Since 1924. As well as this, Cherry Ripe also positions itself to be a chocolate bar that signifies love and romance and the perfect indulgent treat for its target market. The positioning strategy that the ad uses is by product user, as the commercial positions the product by associating it with a particular group of users, women who have a busy lifestyle. Similarly, the big idea of the ad is that even though many of us live a busy lifestyle, there is always time to take a break and indulge in a Cherry Ripe while it's having some me time. The advertisement is targeted towards women over the age of 35. These consumers could be identified as workers, women with a family, women who have a busy lifestyle, women who need time to relax and indulge, or someone who makes frequent impulse purchases. The main objectives of the campaign is to maintain the majority of market share, promote positive brand associations, and maintain price and quality levels. Communication objectives are also present and aim to encourage consumers who have never used the product to try it, and to encourage the current users of the product to use it more frequently or in more situations. One method of analysing the success of this campaign is by analysing consumer responses online, such as Cherry Ripe's Facebook page. This includes monitoring shares, likes, and comments. In 2014, in celebration of Cherry Ripe's 90th year, a new limited edition Cherry Ripe was released. This was a major part of their most recent campaign and was further led by the TV commercial Feeding the Soul Since 1924. The commercial shows a young female protagonist throughout the decades eating a classic Cherry Ripe while listening to music and getting lost in a pure moment of me time. As she travels back in time through the decades, she finally reaches Cherry Ripe's beginning in the 1920s. Iconic fashion trends and home interiors are also seen. The commercial highlights Cherry Ripe as a little moment of indulgence that feeds the soul. The promotional material uses emotional executional techniques such as imagery to capture the attention of women's hedonistic motives for love, romance, and indulgence. The ad uses a one-sided message strategy as it only showcases Cherry Ripe's positive attributes, a taste so good it helps you to unwind and indulge. Cherry Ripe have used the positioning message strategy and is evident as they are positioning the product in the viewer's mind by suggesting that indulging in a Cherry Ripe will help them relax. The effective message strategy is also used. This is evident as the ad appeals to the viewers on an emotional level by displaying the multiple decades, which may provoke a sense of nostalgia. Likewise, it could be suggested that the message appeal for this ad is nostalgia, happiness, and pleasure, as the target audience may remember pleasant experiences from these time periods. The soundtrack, Neil Diamond's legendary Cherry Cherry from 1966, adds to the message strategy and appeal by further evoking a sense of nostalgia for the viewer by bringing back memories from that time period. In terms of message structure, by beginning the commercial with an iconic song and showing an attractive woman on screen will help gain the attention of all viewers. Cherry Ripe's Feeding the Soul Since 1924 was a multi-platform campaign. The main medium of advertisement that the commercial was shown through was traditional media such as television. The campaign was advertised through a 30-second television commercial. TV is one of the best mediums for targeting a specific audience, as it gives access to vast audiences and gives opportunities to match advertising messages to likely audiences for programs. The TV advert was also accompanied by social media advertisements. Social media websites like Facebook helps companies interact directly with the consumers, which helps build loyalty and a positive brand image. Outside advertising such as billboards may have also been used. Overall, all objectives were met. However, one recommendation that could be made is to utilise more social media platforms. Facebook is the only form of social media Cherry Ripe has. It could be beneficial having an Instagram, Twitter or YouTube account for future campaigns.